Here in this video, we're going to get into everything you need to know about Tesla stock, this whole go F yourself situation, and much more. This is definitely a video you do not want to miss. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I will say right now, part of the reason why Tesla might be down today is because of the comments that Elon said last night. So Elon Musk has set its sights on Disney and specifically its CEO Bob Iger after the company pulled advertising from X, formerly Twitter. It says the Tesla and SpaceX CEO was asked about Disney and other companies stopping advertising on X during the New York Times Dealbook Summit on Wednesday. Iger also spoke at the summit earlier in the day. Elon says, quote, "What this advertising boycott is going to do, it is going to kill the company," said Musk, per The Hollywood Reporter. "And the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company." He also spoke about Iger directly, saying, quote, "Don't advertise. If someone is going to try and blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go F yourself. Go F yourself. Is that clear? Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience, that's how I feel. Don't advertise." Musk, however, also admitted that replying to the controversial tweet was one of the most foolish things he had posted on X and said, "I should, in retrospect, not have replied to that particular post and should have expanded in greater length about what I mean. What I am trying to illustrate is that sometimes I say the wrong thing." Iger also addressed Disney's decision to stop advertising on X. Quote, "I have a lot of respect for Elon and what he has accomplished," Iger said. "We know that Elon is larger than life in many respects and that his name is very much connected to the companies he founded or owns. By him taking the position he took in a public manner, we felt that the association was not necessarily a positive one for us." Obviously, why could this be negative today for Tesla stock? Simply put, Elon said X might not exist if this boycott continues from advertisers. What happened the last time Elon had to raise capital to help fund his deal with Twitter? He had to sell a lot of Tesla stock. Elon Musk currently owns about 20% of Tesla stock outstanding. Specifically, Elon Musk owns 716,022,963 shares. This is actually he actually sold about 1 million shares recently, but that is just not even moving the needle here. He does own 20.60% of Tesla, so he has a lot of Tesla stock that he could sell if he needed to fund Twitter. And that would be the big problem for Tesla stock. Last time that happened, Tesla went down to $100 per share. Now, do I think this is ultimately going to be a problem for Tesla? No. As much as some people don't like what Elon said or don't agree with it, people get over things pretty quickly. And I think this is another thing people will get over in due time. It's not going to be this week, maybe not next week, maybe not next month, but 3-6 months from now, people are not even going to remember the comment that Elon made, and I'm sure advertisers come back to X. But in the meantime, it does make sense why this is causing some fear in Tesla stock. Treasury yields today are also up almost 7 basis points, so that is probably putting some pressure on your interest rate sensitive companies as well today. Tesla's option activity today is 54% positive. You have seen 588 hedge fund and institutional trades worth $132.65 million. The dollar amount sold short in Tesla stock today is also jumping quite a bit as Tesla stock has went up recently. Now you're sitting at $22.06 billion worth of short positions in Tesla. With the short interest of free float at 3.32%, Tesla remains by far the most shorted stock in our markets and accounts for almost 3% of the entire stock market's short position in just Tesla stock. That's huge. Take a look at the Cybertruck production line. It looks like they're starting to crank out here. And maybe we get some good news on this front. coming here in just the next couple of hours. A new 30,000 square foot Houston area Tesla showroom is prepped for its grand opening in League City this weekend. Tesla Asia is sharing some photos of the upgraded Model 3, and it continues to be impressive. Tesla also shared this video to their X account. Guess what it is? It is the Cybertruck. Getting ready for this Cybertruck delivery event is unreal. I mean, it's been 4 years now, over 4 years that we have been waiting for this product. I know it was a pain to manufacture and get to this point, so it's definitely one of those surreal moments. Elon Musk says Tesla now has 140,000 employees worldwide, with 70,000 of those in the US alone. At the end of 2022, Tesla had 127,000. In response to Biden's lack of support, Elon said Tesla has created more manufacturing jobs than anyone else automakers combined. The first ever Tesla Model S to roll off the production line has been donated to the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles by its owner. Elon Musk says that by selling more electric vehicles than other car makers combined, he has done more for the environment than any human on Earth. The launch of the Cybertruck Thursday will be the biggest product launch of anything by far on Earth this year. The UAW union said on Wednesday it is launching a first-of-its-kind push to publicly organize Tesla and the entire non-union auto sector after winning new contracts with the Detroit 3 automaker. A new AI investor sentiment survey is out, and this is crazy. 48.8% of investors are bullish, 31.7% of investors are neutral, and 19.6% of investors are bearish. You're starting to get to that point where you don't have enough bears out there now that you could be prone for a pullback in our markets simply because not enough people are actually bearish. Global inventory numbers seeing a little bit of an uptick for the Model Y, a downtick for the S, X, and Model 3. Well, look at that. Google Trends data is spiking for the Model 3, the Model Y, and the Cybertruck, and that's likely to get a whole lot more crazy over the next 24 to 48 hours or so. As this data does aggregate, you're going to see all of these models at 100 in my personal opinion, and it might stay there for quite a while. Tesla is currently advertising around 300 different ads globally on Google alone, a majority of which for the US, some for Europe, and a small amount for Australia. The percentage of stocks today above their 50-day moving average is at 66.82%. Your highs that you've seen in July was around 77%. I personally look at it like this. Say, hey, the rally in the summer was based on AI. The rally today is based on rates going lower. What fundamentally makes more sense? Obviously, a rally based on rates going lower in 2024. So I'm pretty bullish on this market rally that we are currently seeing. Pending home sales dropped to a record low, even worse than during the financial crisis. Mortgage rates in October rose sharply, with the average on the 30-year fixed loan briefly soaring over 8%. Rates have since pulled back, but are still above 7%, and supply is still tight. Pending home sales in October dropped to the lowest level since the National Association of Realtors began tracking them in 2001. Oil kingpin Saudi Arabia extends its production cut into first quarter as OPEC Plus holds policy. Oil is down today about 2.22%, following this latest move from OPEC Plus, so that is a positive for our markets, really for inflation. USO is down 2.33%. The dollar is up 0.68%. That's not great. Gold is down 0.5%. That's exactly what I have been waiting to see. So overall today, not a great day when the dollar is moving higher in general. Oil falling is good, but you do have treasury yields that are, kind of soaring today, up about 7 basis points, a little bit more than that probably now. That's not exactly great. Core PCE index month over month came in at 0.2%. That was the estimate. Personal income is 0.2%, same as the estimate. Personal spending came in at 0.2%, same as the estimate. PC price index month over month came in at 0%. The estimate was 0.1%, so that was better than expected. And PCE year over year came in at 3%. That was in line with the estimate of 3% as well. So some pretty good news across the board as far as the economic data today, but that's still having this effect, causing treasury yields to rise. I really can't explain it. Maybe the data is not weakening enough to support the Fed cutting rates as quickly as the markets are expecting. That kind of makes sense, but again, inflation is basically plummeting at this point, so not really. Now, tomorrow, you're going to have some data coming out at 10 o'clock in the morning. ISM manufacturing PMI for November. That comes out at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then Fed Chair Powell will be speaking at 11 a.m., and that's going to be your biggest catalyst by far. Whatever Fed Powell says is going to be massively important for our markets. Does he confirm the Fed should be looking to cut rates in 2024, or does he hold steady with maybe 1 or 2 rate cuts, but not the 5 we're currently expecting? We'll have to wait and see. Fed Powell will definitely move around the expectations. As far as the Cybertruck delivery event, the big catalyst is all around pricing. So that is what is going to be the most important thing. Now, we're going to go over all of the information on the Cybertruck, everything you need to know about this event later on today. But I did want to get this video out to you guys so you kind of know what to expect. Now, my estimate is around 60,000 for the lowest variant of the Cybertruck. It wouldn't surprise me if it's around 65,000. Around 70 to 80,000 is what I'm expecting for the dual motor. The tri-motor around 90,000, and some kind of plaid variant that is promised around $120,000. So that's my estimate of the pricing. If the lowest end variant comes in lower than 60,000, if it's around 50,000, that's probably not going to be seen as a positive catalyst for Tesla, and I would expect Tesla to sell off based on that. But I do think odds are good that we get good news on production or capacity or reservation, the percentage of conversions Tesla's expecting. I do think we're going to get quite a bit of good news, but the biggest thing in the near term that's going to affect Tesla's numbers is, well, obviously the pricing of the Cybertruck itself. So that's the big thing that markets are going to be looking for. Tesla stock on a technical basis is also in an interesting place. You're in between your 100 and your 50-day moving average. So a breakdown under the 50 days is going to be bad news. A break up and a breakout above the 100-day moving average is going to be really good news. And I would expect big follow-throughs following this Cybertruck delivery event, whichever way it does go. Now, I'll tell you, the RSI at 54.37 is pretty neutral, so that supports you could really go higher from here quite easily, and the MACD is pretty positive. Although the signal line just went negative, still the MACD line is positive, and overall there is a nice little gap here between the blue and the yellow line still, which is also positive, guys. So that is going to go ahead and do it for this video. That's everything you need to know about Tesla stock today, heading into the Cybertruck delivery event. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to come trade with us live in real time. Link down below in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.